I was looking through the internet when I found this article. Chess.com banned 25 title players in June of 2025. And you can see some title players they banned down here, but the most surprising one is this one on the top list because he's not only a candidate master, but he's also a Chess.com coach. And you can see his last game was played in June 9th, 2025 against KNVB. And that is actually Grandmaster Aman Hamilton. A candidate master beat a grandmaster. And he played at 86% accuracy. Nothing too suspicious there. But here's the game. We're going to look at the game that he played against Aman Hamilton. And for those of you who don't know, Chessbra, the YouTube channel, 400,000 subscribers. He's one of the person, you can see him there in the thumbnail. He's one of the people that runs it. Okay. And we're going to be looking at that game a little bit later, as well as another game he played against this guy named Spartacus 4, where he had 98.2% accuracy. And if you don't know how crazy that is, if you look at Magnus Carlsen, the best chess player in the world, he rarely gets 98% accuracy. And you could see, I think he's like 95. This is insane, by the way. In 90s accuracy for a rapid game, pretty high level stuff. Oh yeah, this game right here, both players got 90% accuracy, Hikaru versus Magnus, and it was a draw. So those are the top grandmasters in the world. This is a candidate master who got 98% accuracy versus Spartacus 4. And the game with Aman Hamilton, you could actually, he made a video about it, and you can see this is the same guy right here. There's his username right there, Abelmat, and this is the same guy, Abelmat, the candidate master. So we'll be going over this game that he played in the video, as well as a 98% accuracy one. First things first, this is the game he played against Aman Hamilton. And there's one move that happened in the game that Aman thought was very weird, and he shows it in the video. We'll go over that when we get there, though. So starting off is just with the opening here. This is the banned player that we're watching from, the white player here. Pretty standard stuff is happening in the opening. Yeah, things getting traded off. And then Aman brings out his rook because he's going to try to make attack on the king side here. And you'll see how well Abelmat is able to defend this. So bishop comes back, and then pieces start coming over to the king side here to attack. He sacrifices a pawn just so that he could get his bishop out here, I think. And yeah, here we go. This move, this h4 move right here, is what Aman thought was very strange, because typically you wouldn't see this from someone defending their king side. I don't think this is too suspicious, but this is what he says in the video when it's played against him.
What? That's crazy. There's no way. There's just no way. What is that move?
So he does explain why he thinks it's weird, but he does say there's no way, and I think it's pretty self-explanatory because no one really plays this as a defensive move ever when a kingside attack is being thrown against them. But maybe it's the new meta. I'm not really sure. Computer says it's a good move, but best move is queen back here. I don't know if any human would play that, though, because it seems like it just de-develops your queen. Anyways, yeah, he said this is a very strange move. Then we see bishop coming in, and yeah, it just allows the black bishop right into the white's territory. The rook gets kicked out, and now the king actually has no escape. If this pawn stayed here, and there's a large attack brewing on this side, it's common for the king to like move his rook and then be able to escape through this side of the board. And now he can't, which means white is so confident in their ability to defend against this attack that's going to come that they don't even need to escape their king. So maybe that's the reason he was surprised. But anyways, yeah, we see the bishop come in, and then brilliant sacrifices the rook here for a pawn. Very strange move there, but I don't know. Maybe this is some next level master thinking, because apparently if you take the rook, it's actually white is much better, because I guess then the bishop takes back and he has way more protection, and black's attack is going to go nowhere. But anyways, yeah, Aman sacrifices a rook here. And this is like not taking this is kind of understandable now, because if you take and the queen comes in, there's a lot of your kingside position is all opened up. Very, very treacherous territory if you take the rook. So this is understandable that he didn't take that. But anyways, yeah, we keep on going. Boom, bishop comes in, sacrificing a bishop, and he's getting traded. And Aman is low on time here, by the way, because he's thinking about this attack a long time. So 13 seconds left, and white player still playing pretty fast and playing solid moves. Goes for a check, and then it just masterfully defends this situation. And black it's even up until here, until this rook comes in. And even in the video, Aman said the best move was here. He was just at low time. So understandable that he didn't make the right move, but here still dead even. Yeah, then it gets taken. And then white just proceeds to trade off everything and win the game. I mean, Aman with 4 seconds is still impressive. He could survive this long without flagging. But yeah, then he ended up getting checkmated. And this is what Aman had to say about this game after he lost, but I'll show you this in just a second. Because real quick, if you guys don't know exactly how to get better at chess, you watch a bunch of like openings on YouTube, but you still win some games and lose others, I have a free training video, link in the description, of a proven way how to consistently increase your elo. And I showed this to my friend and he literally gained like 400 elo in 2 weeks. So it definitely works for any rating level. I've personally improved with this, gotten my rating to 2000 in 2 time controls in like around a week. And I've had many other people see vast rating improvements. And I'm looking for more people to try this out so I can make it better and help more people improve. So it's literally free. You have nothing to lose. Link in the description if you want to try it out. Now, this is what Aman, the Grandmaster, had to say after the game.
The problem with positions like this is it's actually clear that White's not playing well, but the path to victory is never clear. Yeah, Black's just better. But Queen B7, we don't need to allow Queen B7. We could go here. I was thinking Queen H1, we didn't get to play Bishop H3, but...
So Black, he said it was clear White was not playing well in the opening here. It seemed like White was playing fine, but I don't know. Maybe if White was cheating during this time, he just started cheating probably after this attack started happening, just able to defend this attack. I'm not entirely sure, but in the video they show at the end, this account was banned.
It's also possible. That's too bad.
And that was the last game that this account played. You can see the last game was this one, June 9th, 2025, against Aman Hamilton. So it was banned after that. And I'm not sure if that was a result of him beating Aman because he cheated in this game, or they just were suspicious that he could beat a Grandmaster. They looked through his games and figured out a game that he cheated in. And that is my suspicion that this might have been that game, because this is the one that he played right here at 98% accuracy. And we'll take a look at this game. We can start the game review here. And this is from the Black perspective, 98% accuracy. So far, just common opening moves here. We get castle opposite side, which means usually pawn storms start happening. So yeah, Black's expanding on the queen side. Pretty logistical stuff, logical. Rook comes over here. Nothing too insane yet. And then we continue going. Just kind of developing moves. Black is playing super well here. All their moves are either best moves or like great moves. Yeah, this is just a super easy position to defend, I would think. They push their pawn, another great move, and they've made like 0 mistakes so far. Best move, great move, best move, mate in 2. So I honestly, this is super hard to tell. Like, I don't think Black made any mistakes here. Yeah, they literally didn't. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 great moves. They almost had 4 great moves in a row. But they just played best move, great move. If they were cheating in any game, this is the game I would think. This is the only move that the computer says was an accuracy. They wanted rook here. I don't know why rook there would be better. Maybe if take like controls this file, but then rook comes over. I don't know why this is the best move. But yeah, it's pushing the pawn. And if a candidate master is cheating, they're obviously doing it in a smart way, right? They're not going to use a computer on every single move. Just like in stressful positions, they're going to use a computer for maybe a few moves. But apparently chess.com saw that and banned him. But this is just very suspicious. Great move every single turn. Maybe the white players are playing bad. I mean, they did blunder like a mate in 4 here. But Spartacus is, masters. That's kind of normal. And yeah, after king here, you just have this checkmate, and the game is over. Now, I'm not sure if this was because the white player was playing super bad or Apple Matt was cheating. But you guys could tell me what you guys think. I'm just super surprised a chess.com coach and title player, candidate master, was caught cheating and banned on chess.com. That's pretty surprising. But make sure to subscribe before 10,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys in the next video.